Hi guys, it's Robin from my Alkaline Vegan Journey, and I thought tonight, instead of doing anything with food or anything with herbs and fasting and all of that, we need to come back a few steps and talk about our health goals. So let's just chat. I'm going to open the floor with some of the things that I know for me I've had as health goals since I want to say since the pandemic and maybe a little before that. Of course, I want my immune system to be rocking. I want it to be one in which I don't have to worry about any of these man-made diseases. I want to be able to be completely and permanently medication-free. I want to be able to have food that I can trust. Planting seeds from things that I believe are all natural, not genetically modified, not cross-pollinated, completely wild, and alkaline. I want to have complete health and wellness as I continue to age. I mean, I plan on continuing to do my fasting, doing my herbs and things like that. Now, I'd like to hear from you guys because it's very important to really have goals, whether they be for work, for your family, for vacations, for education. Why not have them for your health and wellness? And once you get a plan or some goals, then you start working toward them. Because I don't know, if you have ailments, like I had hypertension, I had high blood pressure, and I was so determined to, get off that medication. Honestly, when my doctor told me that I would be on Amlodipine, and Lipisil, I think it was called, one or the other, I would be on these medications for life. I flipped. I really could not believe it. So I started with my goals from that point on. And I think that might have been in, I want to say 2012, but 2015, actually, I have to be honest, really honest. I never took the medicine completely as prescribed. I was supposed to take that stuff every day. I don't think I ever did. And I know I could have hurt myself by doing that because hypertension is the silent killer. High blood pressure can kill you in your sleep because your blood vessels are being strained to get the blood through. That's why it's almost like a pot that is boiling and completely compressed. So once anything gets in, it just could blow up. That's what high blood pressure is for your system. So I think that honestly, we need to really go through and chat about what some of your goals are. Please drop them in the comments. I'll read them out. You all follow me, join our family. Once you follow the host, you automatically become a member of the family. What I'd like to see is that, someone gets on a plan tonight, maybe several of you gets on a plan tonight to start their health and wellness goals with one initial step. And that could be anything, changing their eating plans, and actually doing something about it. Stop talking about it and doing something about it. You know what I mean? So we have, let me get my glasses. We have Antonio. Hey, Antonio, how are you? So, excellent. Antonio says, I'm fasting for 4 days a week. That is amazing. That is really amazing. So what made you start thinking about fasting 4 days a week instead of just doing a long-term all-water fast? What have you learned are the benefits for that? Because I know a lot of people were talking about during one of our fasts that they actually wanted to do a 3-day rolling fast, which meant that 3 days they would fast, 1 day they would feed. Now, how is that different than intermittent fasting and or long-term water fasting? Because I haven't done the research. You say you're 52 feeling like 25. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you my age, but I feel about that age. I'm not going to tell you the real age. I mean, I don't know what it is about me with that. But I have children that are approaching. I'm not even going to say that because I don't want you to have any idea of how old I am. But anyhow, I feel very invigorated. I'm telling you, my metabolism is like that. 40 days of all water fasting is truly a reset. Y'all don't understand. And I'm telling you, let me put it to you like this. After doing 40 days of nothing but water, you feel like truly you could conquer the world. I mean, you are stress-free. I mean, anything that you know you cannot control, guess what? You don't try to control it. Stress-free. And there's some things that are happening that, you know, for real, I should be tripping out. I was actually, and I'll give you a little hint as to, you know, some of the things that were going on. I'm with T-Mobile, but I live in St. Lucia. And I've been here for several months and just found out, because I don't really use it, I just use the service, but I'm more using the phone with no service because everything here in St. Lucia, you really have to be on Wi-Fi. I mean, unless you're paying an exorbitant amount for, you know, cellular plans, which to me are not fair here because they don't have the unlimited plans. They have limited gigabytes and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, they eat them up so quick, you know. But anyhow, I decided I was going to try some things before actually committing to one thing. Well, turns out that I had an emergency and, you know, went to call T-Mobile because they are my service provider, and they had completely cut me off. I'm still paying. They had completely cut me off. I couldn't call the hashtag quick direct number. I couldn't call the international number. I couldn't call a number. I'm telling you, straight up stranded. And then trying to access my bank account where they need to send you a text to verify your identity, could not access my bank account. Was I worried? No. Beyond my control. Beyond my control. So we finally got it fixed, but it was like, you know, I'm telling you, not the first incident with T-Mobile, but they just show me who they really are. You know, on the front end, when you set up, you know, programs and everything, oh, they're so accommodating. Everything is great. But then when you get the bill, it's like, well, wait a minute. You said this, that, and the other. Oh, but this, you got to consider this. You know, the roaming cut off. And I mean, I can't stand people who are duplicitous. People who don't say what they mean and mean what they say. Who try to rope you in one way or another. And all I heard this woman say on her recorded line and my recorded line is that I go above and beyond. You know, I'm a supervisor, but I make sure I think like a human because all the automation is all about not really seeing the human situation. I'm like, girl, shut up. Just shut up. You know, because how come we didn't get this on the front end? You know, I mean, seriously, they could not get in touch with anyone. My son said he was trying to get in touch with me. He tried to call Facebook and he tried to call all these platforms that I'm on that he's also following me on. Couldn't get in touch with me at all. So he actually had to call because we shared the phone line And he actually had to call and or do something online with the app that gave him access so that he could let them know that I am not getting anything here in St. Lucia. Now just think, if he had not been on the line with me, I would probably have to go somewhere and get some doggone other service while paying for their service and being in a situation where I'm obligated to pay this carrier, but still having to go get another carrier just so I can call that carrier. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you, the fast really helped me because straight up, I was carefree, didn't let it throw me, you know, did not let it throw me. So I want to know from Antonio the difference between intermittent fasting and long-term fasting and this rolling 4-day fast that you're doing. So he's saying that he's going to do 4 days fasting per week. And he says, I have been intermittent fasting for a few years. And I guess I have too. Oh my God. And we've got someone that is truly committed to changing their health and wellness for the better. Because we have someone, Colt Tyrone, is a new member of the My Alkaline Vegan Journey family because he just followed the host. And you know, once you follow the host, you're automatically a member. And this gives you discounts and freebies in my store, which is linked in the bio. So go buy something. Once you buy something, you're in. I have your information. I can send you freebies. You know, we got sea moss. I live here in St. Lucia because I'm a diver, a scuba diver of authentic wild-crafted sea moss. And I'm getting it to you in the United States and to you all in Australia. I have distributors in both countries. So I'm looking to expand. I've got some interested parties in Colombia. And I know some people in UK and South Africa have been interested. So we're going to try to bring them on board so that they can start distributing real sea moss, not that stuff that's growing on a rope, which they're selling in most Caribbean countries because it's so much easier. All you have to do is go once for a dive and put that doggone moss on a rope and it continues to grow. But guess what? It has no medicinal value. Absolutely none. I'm telling you, it grows and it's like, you know, having a plant that you are rooting. And because the plant is rooting in water, the plant continues to grow. It will grow and so will the roots. But there's definitely not nutritional value in that water that that plant would get if it were in the dirt. So it's the same thing with sea moss. Once you cut it and let it grow from the root, it's like a root that's continuing to grow with no nutritional value. The sea moss that we harvest, or that I harvest with a few friends here up north in Creux-Sillet, St. Lucia, we actually put on our tanks and our scuba gear and we dive. And we cut the stuff off and we dry it and we send it. That's the process. You know, while they sitting back waiting for the stuff to grow and stuff. Man, we have about 4 gardens. I have like 2 or 3 gardens down south in View Fort. And the reason why we have so many is because it takes about a month, 2 months for the sea moss to grow back. And that's why we cut it. We don't pull it. And I'm training some of the other divers who are basically doing diving for conch and lobby and some other things that are really deep. I think they go as deep as like 150 feet or so. And I really only need to go, you know, sometimes I'll go deeper because, you know, you find the really good stuff deep. It's not all bleached by the sun when it's, you know, up high. It's different colors, but once you start, there's a whole process to maintaining the colors of the moss. But anyhow, my moss is wild crafted. and it has awesome nutritional value. Awesome. So yes, yeah. So Cole, Tyrone, go ahead over to the store, buy something, get in the mix so that I can send you some freebies. Because I use my family members who have bought things, and I send them free things so that they can kind of give me their opinion of what these things are. Now look at this. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Look at you. It's so funny. You just disappeared. I'm gonna leave the door open. I'm on live right now with TikTok, with my TikTok family. You can have a seat. With my TikTok family. I actually thought you was somebody else, but look at you. Left me hanging the other night. Didn't you? Left me hanging. Yeah, guys, I have friends over, but we'll finish this. I wanted to chat with you all to see your goals for your health and wellness. Yeah, okay. This is Alton. Say hi, Alton.
Hi.
Hey. So yeah, I wanted to go through specific goals that you all have for your health and wellness. So let's get to it. Shaq, I am so glad to see you're here. We've got new family members. So y'all oldies but goodies who've been here from the beginning. Let our family members feel welcome. Where are you going? Oh, shoot. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. I want to see what's in the box. What you got in the box? You bring me something? Or is that for you?
Nice videos.
What is it? Where are you coming from?
Boat ride. Yeah, you. I get to a boat ride. And then I got hungry.
That is not fair though, Alton. You know I've been trying to go on a boat ride. How are you playing me? That is so messed up. Where'd you go?
I'm not paying you. I got invited to a boat ride.
Oh, I got you. So you went to Souffle?
Yeah, Souffle.
That is so not fair. I've been wanting to do that since I've been here.
Really?
Yes. Yes, I've been wanting to do that since I've been here. And that's been since February. Since February. Yes. What are you eating though? It smells good.
It's not healthy though.
It doesn't matter. Just tell me what it is.
Oh, it's burger and fries.
Oh, burger and fries. Yeah.
Yes.
I can make a better burger and fry. Tell them, yeah, I can make a better burger and fry. Because I'm telling you, I'm cleaning out my refrigerator because I went shopping and wound up spending, right after I finished my 40-day fast, about 3 days afterwards, when I got enough strength to actually stand up on my own without, I actually went shopping and spent 1,400 EC. 1,000, which translated to about $600. I'm like, where the freak is this food?
Inflation.
Yeah, that's what y'all call it? Inflation? Inflation. Y'all hear that? They call it inflation. I say starving the people to death. That's what I call it. Starving the people to death, because that don't make sense. And it's just me. I'm not feeding no family of 5. $600 US, y'all. I spent $40 on a freaking bell pepper. One. $40. One bell pepper. $41. I got straight robbed. I got the receipt in there. You want to see the receipt?
From the Mossy stores?
Mossy.
No, you got
Mother of all this. I'm telling you. I got the receipt. And I'm actually looking at this shit don't make no sense. Look at this shit. The VAT tax was stupid. How much does that VAT tax say?
$50.
$50 for the VAT tax? Hell no, it wasn't. And this is the other one. You see this one? This is the same day. This is the other store. One from one Massey store and one from the one across the street. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's some stupid shit. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
They robbed me. Straight robbed me. And everywhere I go, I think if people hear this accent, this American accent, they're like, oh, got one.
She got money.
Please. Please. I'm telling you, I think that's exactly what they're thinking. Now, y'all hold on. Let me catch up. So we got Colt Tyrone as a new member. Don't go nowhere yet, Alton, because I'm telling you, yeah, you just play disappearing acts. And it don't matter if I call you, because you don't answer, because I called you all that night. We were supposed to hook up. And I can't remember what happened. I think I might have wound up going up to, what's the guy at the end of Marie Therese?
Zin.
His name is Zen?
Zin.
Z?
Zin.
Spell it.
Z-A-Y-N-E.
Zane. Okay. Zen. I gotta start getting this accent, y'all. Zen. Zane.
Like Wayne.
Wayne Zane. Got you. Okay. Got you. Zen. I'm trying to say it like you. Shaq, what's up, mama? Welcome back. Yeah, I need y'all to drop some comments on what your health goals are. I need to know what you all... Okay, let me give Alton a hug. He just gotta have a hug. Come on, Alton. Get over here. Let me give you a hug. Okay. You good? Okay, we gotta hook up. I'm telling you. We gotta I don't know. Do you go out during the week? Or are you working during the week? What are you doing during the week?
Tomorrow, I'm off on Wednesday.
Are you off tomorrow?
No, I'm working tomorrow.
Oh, okay, and you're off Wednesday? Okay, Leandra, the girl that sells the rotis, chicken rotis, her name is Lily. Anyhow, I may do something earlier with her, but you want to hook up and do... I say, I'm afraid because y'all fake. I don't know what y'all be on. You know, you tell me you're going to do something and then you don't do it. I'm telling you, I lose faith in you because I'm all about my word.
First I was fasting, now I'm facing.
No, I'm just saying, you realize we were supposed to hook up.
Yeah,
And it was like 8 o'clock, and then I might have texted you, it's 9 o'clock, and this is the first time I'm hearing from you. How many days later? You understand?
listen, my mom actually said the same thing.
You gotta stay on that. I'm telling you. Because stuff like that transfers over to your reputation, and your reputation is all you have. When you become a person of your word, be a person of your word on all levels. You know, through your friendships, through your work, through your affiliations, your networking. I mean, be a person of your word. Even if you can't make it, I'm sorry, I'm tired, or I hooked up with somebody else or whatever. Just say it. Whatever it is, just say it. Now, see, you can sit right there and eat, and I'll be finished in a minute. Just have a seat and eat. You're so funny. Anyhow, let me read this. Come on, see, Alton, I don't know. Have you had something to drink? I need some tequila. That's what you could do for me. I need some tequila.
I have a few.
I know you have. I can tell. Them little floaty eyes. I need some tequila. I'm going to try to make a tincture out of some of my herbs. Especially my sarsaparilla. That sarsaparilla has all the iron I need. And if I soak that sarsaparilla in that tequila, because tequila is made with agave. I'm going to try to make my own tequila for real. I need tequila. I really do. Why are you looking out the door? You are so...
I want to be comfortable. I don't know if you allow me to be comfortable.
Yeah, of course. What do you mean? Allow you to be comfortable? Of course.
Can't say.
Oh Lord, you're so funny. They're my family. Y'all my family, right? You say whatever you want to say. Yeah, I don't bite my tongue with my family. I don't. What? I mean, I was just opening the door because I'm hot.
Naturally.
I mean, seriously, there's no air conditioning in this house. And look at the freaking cats. Shoo him away. Like, get the freak on. Whoo! Ah! Ah! I can't stand them cats. And then they go to my backyard. No grass is back there. And they poop. And the poop stinks to high heaven. I open my doors, that's all I smell. That's all I smell. Cat poop. And then when it rains, it's even worse because they, the wetness wets it back up. Oh, it's disgusting. Okay, let me get this. Antonio, what are you saying, Alton? You what? See, you call me. You're a trip. Okay, I'm going to call you. Whatever. Bye, Alton. See ya. Okay. Yeah, Antonio, I know what you mean. Shaq is in the house. Hello, Queen, she says. Antonio says, change my whole life. I already know. See, people who have never done any type of fasting just don't have a clue. And I'm telling you, Shaq she's got like 3 hours, 2.5 hours before her 10-day fast is over. She and a couple others, family members, did 10 days, started April 22nd, Friday at midnight. And they'll be finished with 10 days tonight at midnight. So she working it. She was going to do 3 days. That's why I was asking you, what's the difference and benefits if you do 4 days on and 1 day off, or 4 days a week, instead of just doing a long-term reset? Reset that system. Don't half step, especially for the first time. Reset the system and then use these 4 days fasting as quarterly maintenance tools. Daily maintenance tools is like intermittent fasting, where you only feed between 12 and 8 like I do. And I didn't even realize, to me, that ain't really fasting. I understand that it is because, about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm in the bed. And I don't get up until sometimes I get up at 4 or 5 if I got projects, like I'm launching some new products. So that causes me to have to, be on the computer forever and ever. But it will change your whole life. It really will. Antonio says, I started fasting 1 day a week in January of this year. After a few weeks, I fasted 2 days a week. Can you believe how fast this year is going? In January, we did our first 21-day all-water fast, Antonio. And then in March, we did I like a dummy joined them. But I'm going to tell you, it's kind of dangerous to overfast, I think, because your body does need to reset, but it doesn't need to reset every other month, unless you're really putting some horrible stuff in your system. So, yeah. So he says that January of this year, after a few weeks, I fasted 2 days a week. So you're gradually adding on. Okay, then 3 days a week. And April, 4 days a week. Wow. Okay, April is the 4th month. So you're doing 4 days a week. So are you, December it'll be 12 days? No, not December. You might do the long-term all-water fast. But that's a lot of fasting, though. And that, I can't even say that anything past 3 days is intermittent, because that's just fasting. Because once you pass 3 days of fasting and you do that, you do get past your body transitioning from the glucose to the ketones. I don't know what they call that. That's just really interesting. So I am Cheyenne Epps. I am Cheyenne. I hope I'm saying it right. Cheyenne Epps. OMG, that would make me move. Them cats and dogs, let me see which. Oh, yeah. The freaking grocery shit. I'm telling you, that's some bull crap. I'm telling you, I went back and I got some necessities, and yes, I then paid $150 on a little bit of nothing. But I'm telling you, these people are ridiculous. And I believe that's why all these people look like bones, like straight up skeletons. I've never seen so many people so skinny in my life. Now, what's funny is the men are all bony, and the women look like they're all pregnant. A lot of them look, got bellies. And I see myself here, 40 days of fasting, and I got a belly. And I don't eat like them. I don't know. Maybe it's in the water. I don't know what that is. And ain't nobody really buying no Forest Springs spring water. I don't know what it is. I really don't. Because you could say it's in the water. Antonio says, I am changed. Cheyenne apps. It's not enough to make me move. It's enough to make me plant my own food. All them doggone water bottles that I used during that 40-day fast, I'm transitioning them into doggone plant pots. And all the seeds from all this food that they charging stupid ass money for, I am planting every seed. I got bell pepper seeds there. $41 for a freaking bell pepper. Y'all, I'm telling you, freak that madness. And all the seeds you get in them bell peppers, I'm going to have a load of bell peppers grown. And on this property, and I can't wait to buy me a house. On this property, ain't no dirt. Everything has to be started in a pot. So, check this out. Nikki Wright. Nikki Wright is a new member of My Alkaline Vegan Journeys family. Nikki, welcome to our family. Once you follow the host, you automatically become a family member. So welcome to our family. And our home is right here on these lives. We come here, we chat, and I'm telling you, these things are so beneficial. I mean, if you're doing anything with your health, fitness, anything, whether it be food, herbs, illnesses, reversals. I mean, we talk about everything, and we've gotten such great results of people. I mean, we've had so many people testify about once they've joined my lives, the weight that they've lost. We got fat amputee, diabetic to the point where he had to have an amputation. So his name is Fat Amputee. And it's funny because my mom was just talking to me about somebody who's following me there in the States that I don't really know, but they know my mom. They go to the same church as my mom. And they found me, like many others have, because, not only am I, basically testifying about my alkaline vegan journey, I'm also, new to fasting. I had never fasted before starting this journey. And I am doing massive research on just the benefits. And you can't refute that stuff. So much so that many doctors now will not do a lot of procedures to patients until they fasted, which I am loving, because now they're adopting it. And you can almost tell if your doctor is worth anything or not if they, know anything about fasting. So, yeah. So welcome to the live and welcome to the family. Nikki, very good. And there's benefits in being a family member because my store is linked in the bio. And once you buy something and I get your address and everything, just be ready. You're going to be getting some freebies because I let my family members check out some newly launched products. There are some other things like food products that we're going through right now to get Clean Hands certification there in the States so that we can start distributing some of my food products, like the hamburger. I don't want to call it hamburger. The burgers, the ground meat that can be used for so many things. Our seasoning packets. Just so many other things. So I would love for you to be a recipient of some of my newly launched products. So Go over to the store, buy a little something. We got candies, cookies, everything is sea moss. Everything has sea moss. I also dive. I'm here in St. Lucia, and I dive, with the scuba gear to harvest wild crafted sea moss. So we got the real deal here. So yes, tomorrow day love, how are you? Welcome home. Yes. So guys, I'm still waiting to hear anybody. Now, Antonio has told us his goals as far as doing intermittent fasting. And I'm telling you, that is a great goal to, just increase the number of days that you fast, because that caloric deficit, y'all don't understand. That is key in reversing so many ailments and resetting your system. Every bodily function can be reset with that caloric deficit. It's called fasting. It is amazing how you can just switch things around. That gut biome, the microbiome of your gut, oh my God. You have to think of it like this. When your body is eating junk, there's bacteria. Thousands and thousands of bacteria in your gut section. Now, if you're eating junk, the bacteria that's growing is toxic. It becomes toxins that are growing and, all in your system. Now, when you're eating right, fasting, and creating those stem cells, that bacteria becomes the really great flora that's needed for good gut health. And I'm going to tell you, almost every ailment, every malady, whether it stems from, excess mucus or inflammation, all of that stuff stems from the gut. Get the gut right, get the body right. You hear me? So I have a gut cleanse that's got sea moss, and I have a sea moss bomb, which is a more flavored drink, that I've got a patent on. And they come in different flavors. Right now we're just doing sorrel. We used to do sorrel and moringa, but we took the moringa out because the moringa is not alkaline. It might actually be acidic. So we took that out. So it's just sorrel that's in the sea moss bomb. So yes, guys, I'm so glad that we've got so many new people who are really into, thinking about your health. Because the way I was thinking about it is, as I get older, I definitely don't want to be in somebody's nursing home. They got to take me to the bathroom and change my diaper and all that other stuff. So in so much pain, wishing I had Dr. Kevorkian to pull the plug or whatever. And I understand. I can see that. In so much pain that you just want to die, but can't. You just cannot die. It's just not even possible. So I totally understand. But if you start now, and it's like the body is so forgiving. Y'all don't understand. The body is so forgiving. It's one of those things that, if you stop, let the body take the wheel. Truly, let the body do what it does best. Repair your body, your insides. I'm telling you, there ain't nothing on this green earth. And I was about to say God's green earth. And I could say that can outdo what the body can do for repairing itself. Not a herb, not a pharmaceutical, not a food, not a nothing that can outperform your body repairing itself. Nothing. I'm telling you that straight up. But you gotta give it the chance. And that's why I believe in fasting. It's not all of my journey, but it's some of my journey. And I don't think that I would have been able to do much of anything without it. So I'm so glad that it is how things are just really beautiful. When your body takes the wheel and able to do what it needs to do. to repair itself. Just amazing. So, any more goals that we have? Shaq, I know you have a goal because I know you want to fast, do your 21-day fast. She will be finished with her 10-day fast tonight at midnight. And so I know that there's a time limit that you need to give yourself to kind of rebuild and reboot. But I think you're doing well. If you do start your 21-day fast the 21st of or the 23rd of May, I think you'll be good. I really do. And you're going to do 21 days. You're all in. That's what I'm talking about. But it can be addicting because I'm telling you, when you, especially with those shorter fasts, 40 days is a complete reset. 40 days should only, if done once a year, maybe every other year, it's a complete reset. You don't need to do 40 days that often. I mean, what you should do is like a reset and just make sure you're eating right. And we haven't talked enough about that because I still don't see what people are eating. I don't hear anybody else talking about the kind of foods that they're eating unless I specifically ask, because while you're finishing 10 days, you want to go right into doing your chelation. You want to grab those heavy metals that are still holding on to disease, because that's where disease hides, behind those heavy metals, whether it be a current or a past disease that you might have had, especially those with schizophrenia. You got bipolar people. You got, some people that are suffering from some serious stuff, but their diets are going to keep them in that hellhole. Their diets are going to keep them, suffering. Their diets are going to be, what stops them from progressing, what stops them from being anything but sick perpetually. And that's why I promote, cleanse the system with a fast, purge all that shit out, and then put the right stuff in. I mean, Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide gives a lot of wild and alkaline foods. And it's kind of what separates alkaline vegans from vegans. The wild foods, because we don't do cabbage and broccoli and carrots and potatoes and garlic and all of that. Either it's not alkaline or it's not wild. We don't eat it unless it's both alkaline and wild. And I'm telling you, I just made some kale. Ooh, and I'm telling you, I should have eaten it raw, but it was in the refrigerator for a minute soaking because I was trying a new procedure where I soaked it in spring water. And then I cooked it with some onion powder, sea salt, and some other things. Sea salt might have been some chipotle, some coconut, liquid aminos, and it was amazing. It was really amazing. It was really very good. So what happens is you wind up having some really great things that you can make that are alkaline and full of protein, full of minerals. The sea moss by itself, full of minerals and things. And you could take that every day and replenish many of the minerals that your body needs daily, straight up, So we've got, Now, Stash, how did I miss that? Stash, what herbs did Dr. Sebi use? As far as what? Dr. Sebi used a couple of things. You got a whole list of herbs that Dr. Sebi used. sarsaparilla, burdock root, yellow dock root, dandelion, German chamomile, elderberry, bladderwrack. These are just some of the alkaline herbs that are so-called approved. Organic kelp, sea moss, sea moss flakes. I don't know why they call it sea moss flakes because that's kelp flakes. Irish sea moss, bladderwrack, red clover, red raspberry, sting nettle leaf, cleavers, allspice, black walnut, wormwood, kelp granules. He even said something about dulce and nori. All that sea vegetable stuff is good. Blue vervain, shepherd's purse, yarrow, chickweed. Chickweed is really good for curbing the appetite. They got black seed on there. I don't know about that. I got to go back and look at that. They got black seed on there. And that was one of the ones that I was kind of curious about because it was never brought up in any of his things where black seed was ever, available. I mean, as far as alkaline, as an alkaline herb, but it's cumin. So if black cumin is the black seed, cumin is an authorized herb, and it's not on his herb list. So I don't know. I have to go back and look at that. We got stinging nettle powder, dandelion powder, black walnut. It's like I'm repeating this. Valerian root, guaco, mugwort. Okay, guaco, black seed. It's on here again. Guinea henweed, hops, hombre grande, lily of the valley, horsetail, barberry, white willow bark, bugleweed. I think everybody has a couple different lists. Because, you got the family members who are part of his legacy, and they're all going in different directions, doing different things. You don't know who to believe. You don't know what to believe. I'm telling you, it's just really interesting. But you got white willow bark, bugleweed, cascada sagrada, sarsaparilla, burdock. Some of these I'm repeating because this is a completely different list. Yellow dot, German chamomile, elderberry, got all of that. So that's just this list just had a couple of things at the top, like the guaco and the hombre grande, and there are a couple others. So honestly, you got to have a goal in mind, because if your goal is to build your immunity, have your antioxidants in place so that you're not. You just want to have some goals, but you have to know what some of the goals could be. Like, for me, I want my thyroid to be right so that my metabolism is on point. I don't have to ever worry about weight again. I want my liver to be right because, as far as creating the bile and getting that stuff out of my system, because my system right now is like that of a newborn child, in that everything that I eat does not stay in my system longer than a couple of hours. I'm usually in the restroom, getting that stuff out of my, and that's about the length of time it should be. And that's why often I'm surprised that people are talking about it takes them 2 days to move their bowels. I'm like, how could you go a whole day without moving? I'm often in a day, if I eat like twice or 3 times a day, I will be in the bathroom maybe 4 or 5 times a day, because it just purges. And I think, that's why I'm pushing my 3-day detox. My 3-day detox is freaking awesome. I took it the day I broke my fast. It was the first thing that went in my mouth after water, fasting. And what it does is it pulls heavy metals. And I'm telling you, once you do it right, 12 hours at least before you do the chelation, you have to take it on an empty stomach. But once you get that purged and your body is ready to receive the chelation, I'm telling you, it can go for weeks just pulling that stuff. Even though you've replenished, it's like it'll still pull, and that's why I tell people to take sea moss. It'll still pull that heavy metal, even the new stuff that you replenish it with when you do the sea moss and the replenishers. It'll still pull that so that disease just does not have a place to hide, nor the parasites. And y'all remember that all diseases come with parasites. And parasites could be worse for you than the disease itself. So this heavy metal pool is such a great entity to really cleansing the body, whether you fast or not during your 3 days. It is really good. Okay, walking to get spring water from the spring to make my sea moss. Okay, Stash, where are you? So you're walking to the spring. I love that. And they have plenty of springs here where you can go with your empty containers and pull your own spring water. But the spring water here in St. Lucia, I'm telling you, this stuff is really good. Really loaded with minerals. It is really good. Blah, blah. Welcome home, blah, blah. How are you? Okay, where's the best place to get sea moss? What stores do you recommend? My store, what are you talking about? You know I sell sea moss. Blah, 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 blah. I'm here in St. Lucia harvesting sea moss. Wild crafted sea moss. So of course my stuff is the best. I mean, you know where it's coming from. And I got to go back around there and get ants because we got to do this footage. We were supposed to do it Sunday, or was it Saturday? It was Saturday or Sunday. And we wound up pulling the cages because they fish and stuff. But just to be on the water was cool for me. But yeah, blah, blah, you better go to the link in my bio and order some of that sea moss. Come on, stop playing with me. Where can I buy? Where can I get sea moss? You funny. Yes. And while you at it, go ahead and get that detox. Where are you in your healthy fast? So yeah, I ship my sea moss to Florida and DC. I've got distributors there. I also ship my sea moss to Sydney in Australia. I have distributors there, and I'm working on South Africa and UK. There are two people in UK, in South Africa, and a person in UK, and then a person in Canada that's interested as well, that want to distribute my sea moss. So, I mean, you can be just about anywhere in the world and get my sea moss and my sea moss product. Because even if I don't have a distributor in your area, we do pay international fees to ship. So, yeah. How far away are you? I'm in St. Lucia. You're so funny. I think you've been missing some of my lives. Because almost every live I've said it. I thought you were on a couple of the lives when I talked about moving to St. Lucia. And I moved to St. Lucia and I've been doing my little diving and stuff, you know. Hey, Francisco Chavez, how are you? Welcome to my alkaline vegan journey. We're just talking a little health stuff, you know, because people, you know, they'll go out like Alton had his little burger and fries. It smelled pretty decent, but he's like, it's not healthy. Yeah, everything don't have to be healthy. You know, you just have to do things in moderation. But I don't know. I think for me, when I think of doing things that, you know, consuming things where the DNA has been altered, I have to, you know, take a pause. Like potatoes. Potatoes were like one of my favorites. And I have had some since I've been alkaline vegan. But I noticed the instant sluggishness that I feel when I've when I eat those. I'm telling you, it's something about this food that is alkaline and wild that is straight up electric. It will not allow you to feel like as soon as you finish eating, you gotta, you get the itis. It's really great. So blah blah says, yeah, I forgot that you sell it. I've never eaten it before. Yeah, you gotta try it, because mine might surprise you as opposed to some of that stuff you've been consuming. Because I ain't trying to toss no shade, but here in St. Lucia, I see a bunch of people putting that sea moss on a rope, cutting it from the rope. I'm telling you. Actually, I mean, it's like, how could y'all ruin the reputation of St. Lucian sea moss with this crap on a rope? If that ain't lazy crap, I don't know what is. It's like, y'all must be kidding me. Y'all must be kidding me. And what's interesting is that a lot of them, hey Jedi, how are you? Welcome to my alkaline vegan journey. And Mary Martin, how are you? Yeah, we're just chatting about our health goals. Who's going to do what, when for their health. I mean, specific goals. Because like I set mine during the pandemic. I just wanted to get my immune system right. Because I thought it was crazy to, have yourself all wide open for something as widespreading as that pandemic. And not have any protection. It just seems like if you get your body right, you don't leave yourself as exposed to all of this wild crap that's out here. And this ain't gonna be the first. Whether it's man-made or naturally occurring, if this is out there, there's gonna be something else. You have to know that. So at some point, you gotta have your body righty-tighty. I mean, immune system filled with antioxidants, filled with antimicrobial enzymes and things that can combat foreign substances. You need, I don't know. It just seems like you want to have a fence around your health so that you don't suffer. And even if you do catch it, your body is so well equipped that it's not going to take you out. You might feel, some cold symptoms, but it ain't going to take you out. I'm talking about respirator in a hospital type stuff, because you're already pretty much the epitome of health. So yeah, Jedi says, right, blessed. Thank you. Hazel Tally, how are you? Welcome. This is my alkaline vegan journey. We're just having a chat on some of our health goals, because what we want to do is set some goals. We want to have some goals as to where we want our health to be. Let me go to this cord. I got cords that are needed everywhere for me to just plug in. I don't want to just say low battery, but I'm about to get off. It's 10 o'clock. I've been on for about an hour. I've seen a couple people that Mary. Oh, thank you so much for sending the likes. Blah blah says, yes, I'm still learning a lot. I'm so glad you are, because there's so much more to learn. We're moving into a different section of mycelium, and mycelium is going to take up a major part of our conversation, because it's all about mushrooms and some of the freaking, oh my God, the awesome benefits of mycelium, the flowering part of mycelium, which are the different kinds of mushrooms. And it's funny because the only mushroom that Dr. Sebi says not to eat are shiitake. And I have never ventured out to really do the research to find out why. I'm assuming that it's because it has, it's probably been manipulated, because so many people were doing mushrooms. And it's interesting that Portobello's have not been banned from the list. Y'all know what I mean? Because you see how prevalent the button mushrooms and the portobello mushrooms, maybe they're easier to grow or whatever. Because what I wanted to do is get a mushroom grow kit so that I could use as a these plugs. I don't know. Oh, you know something, that might be what that's for. I don't know what that is. All these plugs, I can't get them to half of them to work. But yeah, I wanted to get a grow kit so it could be like a demonstrative type process, because it doesn't take the flowering part of the mycelium to grow. You know, you get the spores, and there's a lot to it. And there's some deeper meaning to the mycelium and the way it grows, how it can take a whole car and break it down over years and years and years, and it becomes something that you can consume. It's freaking amazing when you think about what mushrooms do to really break things down so that, you know, it's just amazing. And we'll get into it. We're going to do mycelium. We're also going to get into, you know, the workouts, the fitness. And I kind of want to do that first, because once you finish fasting, especially long-term fasting, like we did for 40 days, you have excess, you know, skin that, you know, even once you start feeding, will still be with you. And you want to kind of do a fitness. And because I don't work out, you know, other than my swimming and my diving, you know, like doing sit-ups and all that kind of stuff, that's something that I've never done in my life. Ever. I just, man, and I can't even say that because I used to be a cheerleader. They used to make us do it, and that was part of not wanting to do it. I used to run track. I used to play tennis. And that was part of the, you know, reason why I didn't want to do a lot of those things, because, you know, I hated working out. You know, and it's funny because I never swam. When I was in college or high school, I never swam. I don't know what, I mean, swam like on the team. And now, I mean, I'm a straight fish. Y'all don't understand. When I get down in that water with that tank on, I'm a different person. Sound like somebody came to my door. Yeah, my door is unlocked. Hold on 1 second. Just walk on up in here. Okay, y'all. So yeah, it's 10 o'clock, guys. I want to get more feedback from you guys. Tomorrow at our 10 o'clock a.m. Session. Now, y'all know I come on twice a day. It's usually in the morning and usually in the evening. Morning is anytime between 10 a.m. and noon Eastern time. Because here in St. Lucia, because of daylight savings time, we're now on the U.S. Eastern time. We have people who've joined us from all over the world. So I try to do an earlier session and a later session. My later session is, and I have to change that because now it's kind of spanning into from 6 to 9 o'clock or so, that I come on in the evening, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to go through some of the things that I did as far as getting the veggies together. And I'm going to have it where I have a green screen background with the stuff that I did. I'm just going to do videos so we don't have to spend a lot of time on it. But I do want to I want to get back into this conversation. So for your benefit, you know what your goals are as far as where you want your health to be. Because like I often tell people, I don't want to be in someone's nursing home. I don't want to be in so much pain that I wish I were dead. I want to do something right now that will allow me to really take ownership of my health and wellness. I really want, because even if there's an accident, having your body in its pristine condition helps you get through any of those things faster. I mean, it's just like, when they talk about children who have that resilience, like the one child that fell out the window, it might have been about 10 stories, fell out of the window because the screen had given in and survived. That's because that baby's bones had not been hardened. Certain things that you can avoid having such a traumatizing event from an accident that you could possibly alleviate with good health, because a lot of people will say, some things you just can't predict. But yeah, you can't predict them, but you know that you could have an accident. And if you do have an accident, do you want to be someone who's smoking and drinking and, consuming a lot of meat, have all that stuff around your arteries and clog? I mean, really not the epitome of health, especially with this pandemic. You want to be the epitome of health so that you can get through anything that comes your way. I mean, better rather than, suffering. Because that's my biggest fear. I don't want to be in somebody's nursing home where people got to, wipe my butt and take me to the bathroom and change my piss pot. And, oh, my God. And I'm in so much pain that it's like, wish I had Kevorkian here right now because I cannot do this. I cannot do this. And I don't know, a lot of people really have a short view of what it could be like. And I think fasting for those 40 days and having that encounter with that really great water that should not be taken when you're long-term fasting showed me how life could be if I was sickly. Having this water be over fortified and me taking it while I'm long-term fasting actually made me kind of sick. And I'm in a country by myself. If I needed to go to a hospital, of course, I would have been taken care of, but I would not have quit the fast. That's one thing I don't, slack on, because for me it's like making a promise that I aim to keep. Short of death, I am going to keep it. So the water was just too over fortified with so many minerals because they have volcanic remnants here that are so good for the soil, so good for the sea moss, so good for the water, so good for everything. And when you're doing those kind of over fortified things like supplements and people want to put the pink Himalayan sea salt and all that stuff in their water as they're fasting. It's like, nah, you don't want to do that. Not long-term water fasting. No, you don't want to do that. And I got sick, so it was really horrific. And I think about long-term as I get older, I don't want to live that kind of life where I'm in the bed, can't get up. Oh my God, that's terrifying for me. So I'm going to do whatever I can to maintain my health, maintain all of it so that I'm not dealing with it when as I get older. Because a lot of people will have it to say that we're all got to die sometime. Yeah, we do. But how do you want to get there? Do you want to get there in somebody's nursing home? They changing your diaper. You're on a walker and you got so much inflammation and because of excess mucus, you can't sit down, got arthritis up the yin yang. And I mean, I don't want to grow old like that. I don't want to die like that. I don't want those things to be in my repertoire for nothing at no point in my life. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be on that page. And the way I feel right now is the way I want to feel forever. I feel great. I feel freaking great. I really feel great. Every day of those 40 days of nothing but water has me feeling the way I feel right now, because I felt this way the same way last year when I did the same thing. 40 days of all water fasting. But last year, I was crazy. The first 3 days, I did a dry fast, which means that I didn't have any water on me or in me. I ain't drink no water for freaking 3 days. And each of those days is equivalent to 3 days of all water fasting. And it's funny, after this 40-day fast, it took me a minute to drink regular water again. I didn't want to see no water. Yes. So, Hazel Tally says, I love mushrooms, but never learned the benefits. We're definitely starting that. Possibly this week. I think the morning broadcast that I do will be about the mushrooms. The evening broadcast is going to be about fitness. Actually doing some of the things that is needed, especially after doing long-term water fasting where you've lost a lot of mass, and refeeding is, not going to replace all of it, because if you eat the way I'm telling you to eat, you will not be replacing that weight. You will be flabby a little bit. So I've got some exercises that I want to share with you guys, and I'm going to do them. Even though I don't have a ring tripod or ring light, I'm gonna prop my phone some kind of way until I get one. And I should have brought my stuff from DC. Excuse me, but I thought the herbs and some of the things that I did bring were much more important than that ring light, because But so the evening show is going to be about some of the exercises, along with some of the foods that I've prepared, because I think that as you get the exercises at night before breaking your fast, you might want to do a few of them, because there's some that you can do sitting in a chair. There's some that you might have to be on the floor, and I'm going to be looking up more so that we can kind of get rid of the jigglies, because we done what we needed to do, and that was purge the inside of all that mess. So now you want to kind of do some exercises so that you can tone it up. Now I'm also going to be trying to get with Paul Stamets or somebody from his team. He is the number one aficionado, I think, on mycelium, the whole mushroom kingdom. Now he has floated to things like psilocybin, those mushrooms that open up that other dimension. And I want to get into that. I want to discuss that, because there's another group that discuss those medicinal herbs that open up that other dimension, and a lot of Indians use those things. So we gotta get into that. So let's do that. Hazel Tally says about the mushrooms, blah blah says, I've never fasted before, but I see it has many benefits. Oh my God. Do it like Shaq did it. Shaq was the bomb.com. She was talking about doing 3 days, wound up doing 10 days. Because once you get started and you get past that point where your body stops looking for the food for energy and is looking at doing ketosis and using the ketones as the energy for the brain food, I'm telling you, you won't be, 21 days would be like, please. Next, until you get to the 40, you'd be like, oh, shoot, let's go back to the 21. Because I'm telling you, 21 is, especially in these groups where we get a chance to come on every day and talk about, what we're experiencing. And that's why I started, because I had done like 6 or 7 of them in less than a year or less than 18 months. And I'd done them by myself. My first 40-day fast, I'd done it by myself. So it's like, I think this platform that I've created is genius, because you can always fast, because you always have some and sorry, my battery is low and it's showing itself. But to get support and information encouragement, you know, family, where you can, you know, talk to some folks. Let's see what they're doing out here, because they're awfully loud. Oh, they doing whatever they doing. I should have went down there. So, yeah, and it's after my feeding time. And I am a little hungry. I don't know. And everything that we do does not have to be hard cast in stone, except for really the stuff that we eat. It really should. We should not be deviating. But I know it's going to be a period of time that you need to transition into Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide. And I think tomorrow morning, that's what I'm going to use as my green screen. Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide. Because y'all got it kind of ingrain it in your hindbrain to make sure that you know it. Because like when I first came out, I was doing, trying to do everything on his list. And even though I had the list, for some reason I thought I saw hazelnuts. And I bought all these hazelnuts, which are not cheap, and was using them. And somebody's like, hazelnuts aren't on the list. I had to go back to the list and look. So that's why, you know, take screenshots of Dr. Sebi's list. Swipe left, go to my main screen, and look at Dr. Sebi's list and make sure it's in your phone somewhere. Yeah, there's so many benefits to fasting. And that's how I think it's really a great way to transition into any kind of alternate lifestyle. If you were thinking about going keto, if you were thinking about going vegetarian from eating everything, or if you were thinking about going pescatarian or doing the Mediterranean lifestyle, I'm telling you, how are you going to know if things are working if you still got stuff in your system? How are you going to know what is and is not working if you still got the remnants of old stuff in your system? That's why I promote fast for any kind of lifestyle change. Fasting will get you there, and you know what you're dealing with. That's why I did that fast. I fasted 4 times in 2020, just testing out, is sugar. What is sugar doing for me? What is dairy doing for me? What is meat doing for me? What is fish and fowl doing for me? You know, and I learned, I don't care what. If you have to cheat, don't cheat with sugar. And then don't cheat with dairy. Freak that, man. Meat and poultry, fish and stuff like that, if it's all about losing weight, I'm telling you, you will have the buildup of excess mucus, and you will have maybe some inflammation. But I think out of all of the things, the meat was far less damaging than the sugar and the dairy. I don't know. Sugar to me is straight poisoning. Straight poison. You know. Divine Love, Mrs. B. Welcome to my alkaline vegan journey. I'm Robin, and we're just talking about fasting. And I always get on fasting because that's the beginning point for switching anything, doing anything different. Talking about weight loss, talking about, you know, detoxing, talking about lifestyle changes. It's just like the beginning, you know, the alpha, the you know, you gotta purge that crap to see what the new stuff is doing for you. Whether it be new food, new diet, new detox, new whatever, you gotta purge the old stuff. So yes, Divine Love, Mrs. B says, blessings to you. Thank you. Blah, blah says, I'm learning from you. I'm so glad you are. Very good. I'm so thankful, you know. Let's do this right quick. So, what I do is a lot of things wind up being, you know, almost, I don't know, I want to say almost Mushin. Do you all know what Mushin is? It's like a Chinese term. Actually, it might be Japanese. It's like, you know how when you were first learning to tie your shoe, you kept going through the steps, kept going through the steps, kept going through the steps, where now you don't even have to think about it. You can be doing all kinds of things and tie your shoe and the tie's right, and that's because of motion, because a repetitive thing that you do becomes so your body becomes so used to doing it that you don't even have to think about it as you're doing it. And my motion is intermittent fasting. It really is. Now, sometimes, like tonight, I might grab something, and it's 10 o'clock. I might grab something. As long as, I get through my, I think it's midnight to 2 a.m. where I actually do the circadian part, where my body is doing whatever during that period of time. I had the word right at the tip of my tongue and forgot it. But it starts to really do what it does with the food, so that when you get up in the morning and you start with that fresh fruit, your body will be in the bathroom. And I'm telling you, like clockwork. As soon as I have that smoothie bowl or whatever, within the first 30 minutes of eating it, sometimes while eating it, it just starts my body to want to purge all the stuff that I've had from the night before. And all of that gets started between 12 and 2 a.m., I believe. I think it is 12 and 2 a.m. But, really, if you're doing any kind of real... I can't get my words together. I guess I'm tired because, I usually go to bed around 10 o'clock. And it's 10:30. And sometimes I go to bed. I had a project that I had to do. But I'm still eating fish. Sometimes it's going to take, to go through just purging all of it out and just doing the fish with the alkaline food substances to see how your body does with weight loss. I'm telling you, the best way to monitor what's inside your body is by determining what your poop is like. And I know it's disgusting, but that's how I learned about what was happening with my fasting. Because the first time I fasted 3 days, I'm still pooping. And I'm thinking, 40 days, because I've been chelating, doing a chelation in my detox package after I finish fasting, because you have to take it on an empty stomach. And what better time when you're finished fasting? So that's what I would do. And to think that I have not eaten in 40 days. And I'm in the bathroom moving my bowels after taking the chelation. Where do you think that stuff is coming from? That's why I'm telling y'all need to go on my site. It's linked in the bio, and get that 3-5 day detox. I'm telling you, it will blow your mind. If you're trying to, remove any kind of unhealthy whatever, whether it be allergies, whether it be any kind of ailment that you have, losing weight, that's the best way to start losing weight. And I've got some other detoxes that are going to be launched between this week and next week that will determine if you, that are going to target things such as thyroid, hyper and hypothyroidism, lymphoma, all of it. I'm telling you. Y'all need to go in and get it. The chelation part of that 3-5 day detox will blow you away. I'm telling you, you will feel so great. I don't care if you're eating meat, fish, or still eating sugar, or any of that. Once you do that 3-5 day, day one, the chelation, y'all need to get with me and tell me how you feel. Straight up, tell me how you feel. Because that thing is it. That thing is it. So, blah, blah says, I'm still eating fish. And that's fine, because it's going to take you migrating to all Dr. Sebi. And I was able to do it because, like I said, before I actually started Dr. Sebi, I didn't even know who he was. I I just started with a fast. And by doing the fast, I was purging my system, but I was also purging my refrigerator and my cupboards. I got rid of so many things, or I didn't get rid of everything because I was dealing with people who weren't trying to get rid of things, but I made a spot for just my stuff. I ordered new stuff from Amazon while I was fasting, and I was able to start from scratch with the alkaline vegan diet. And that's why, if you're interested in switching over, go ahead and do the fast. And it doesn't have to be 21 days. I just did it because I'm seeing online people doing it like it ain't nothing. And I'm like, and I'm seriously in my mind, I'm thinking you could die if you go 3 weeks with no food. Are you kidding me? And of course, the very first fast I decided to do is 21 days. So Blah Blah says, so far I switched to organics, but I have never fasted before. So start off with 3 days. Start off with a day. I would suggest at least 3 days, because 3 days is when your body starts switching off food and switching on ketones. It changes from glucose to the ketones in the 3 days, usually in the 3 days. But it'll give your body some benefit if you do that. You'll start, growing the growth hormones. You'll start growing the stem cells, and stem cells are so super important. They are the only organism in your body, cell, that can replicate or become a cell for any other organ in your body. It is the only cells in your body that can do that. So it can become liver cells, it can become heart cells. And that, how it's doing that? It tackles those places in your body that have disease. And it goes for those cells that are causing the disease, because the cells are disease. That RNA, that mRNA that replicates your DNA keeps producing these damaged cells. So that stem cell gets in there and it just swoop, yanks it out. And if it can't repair it, it just yanks it out. And it sends it to the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is the waste basket of your body. It's getting rid of everything. And that's why movement is needed while you're fasting, because as your body is getting rid of those toxins, your body has to be in some sort of movement to help the lymphatic system get rid of these toxins. Because like me, I think I showed y'all the bump that was on my back. It happened so fast. When I stopped drinking the water, I started laying up in the bed every day. I'm telling you, that bump came up so fast, because I don't care what, your lymphatic system is going to get rid of that crap, those toxins in your body, no matter what. And that's exactly what it did to me. It's like it could have come up in my face, it could have come, but I think the reason why it came out on my back is because, man, y'all just understand. This bed is not the best bed. It is like hard as a rock. It really is. And I was suffering. Y'all don't understand. I was suffering. Woo! I was suffering because, for real, that thing hurt me. Having that water that was too, it was alkaline. Spring water. It has a 7.7 pH. And it was just really interesting the way it treated me, in that as soon as I stopped moving, it was almost like a boil that popped up on my back. Those toxins were trying to get out. They were trying, and if it can't get out, through your urine and stuff, it's going to find a way to get out. Simple as that. And it did, and now I got a black splotch on my back that, I got to, find some lime juice and some cocoa butter and, do something to get rid of it. So, and that's good, switching to organics, which is good, but still make sure that you're eating wild. because they do have organic seedless watermelon, organic seedless grapes. And even though this organic, nothing with a fruit that has no seeds is not natural. You know that, right? A fruit that has no seeds cannot be natural. Somebody is finagling with it. So we don't eat nothing that's a fruit and supposed to have seeds that doesn't have seeds. So yeah, and it could be called organic. So beware of that. Have your eyes wide open with that. So blah blah. You're so welcome. Yeah, that had to scare. Yeah, it didn't scare me. I was expecting it. I was just wondering where it was gonna surface itself, because I knew when I was. See, it started with the water. The water is really good water. It has too many nutrients in it, and with those nutrients, it starts your body to thinking that everything is normal, and those other nutrients that are not being fed, they're lacking, and you need them. That's why I say go on my website, get that sea moss. And because I don't break a fast, I wasn't about to do no sea moss, and I could have, and it would have been all right. What I should have done is gotten out of the doggone way of oh. That's so weird. I thought I saw a shadow. Somebody at the door. I'm seeing stuff, y'all. I need to keep these glasses off. That's what I need to do. Anyhow, let's see. I'm missing some. We've got a new member to the family. Ma 90120. Wait. Is it May or Mai? For some reason, whatever I saw hurt my eyes. It's May, M-A-I, 90120. That sounds like Beverly Hills somewhere. Welcome. You know, once you follow the host, you automatically become a member of our family, the My Alkaline Vegan Journey family. And that gives you perks in the store. Once you purchase something in the store, which is linked in my bio, I give out freebies. You know, because once I have your address, all I have to do is pick the address and send you some stuff. I launch products that I need my family members to critique for me. So I'll often send out freebies so that my family members can critique it. So y'all, come on. Order something from the store and get enrolled. I'm here in St. Lucia, so I'm harvesting sea moss that is being distributed in the United States and Australia. So we've got other places, but I'll ship anywhere in the world. So welcome to the family, May. And these lives I do twice a day, daily. One in the morning between 10 and 12 Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time, and one in the evening between 6 and 9 p.m. Somewhere between there I'll be on. Sometimes I'll announce things like I might put in for tomorrow at 10 a.m. where we talk about mycelium tomorrow morning. So, but right now, I think we need to kind of get the herbs out of the way, because I noticed people really want to know more about the herbs. And I have a stack of herbs that I brought from the United States here with me to St. Lucia, because I know how important they are. I know that you want to know some of the benefits, and I have all of that. And I think I need to share that before we really get into a new set. Because once we get into mycelium and mushrooms, we're going to be on point for, oh my God, doing so many things with the mycelium, the mushrooms, and all of that. So welcome, May, to the family and home. Blah, blah says, yay. Shaq says, I have a really bad headache. And that's at the end. Remember the breathing exercises, Shaq. Remember how you inhale through your nose, hold it count to 8, and then exhale through your mouth until you can't exhale anymore. It's something about that exchange of gases that really alleviates whatever that brain fog is. Because often you get your headaches when your body is, changing from glucose to ketones. So yeah, try the breathing exercises. Okay, blah blah says K. Blah blah says, when I first heard about fasting, it scared me to death. And I know, because I was thinking, I'd heard, my friend who was going to get a colonoscopy, he was told to fast for 3 days. So I decided, I was going to try to fast with him, but I didn't know what that meant. I really didn't. I was doing all kind of, coffee and all kinds of stuff. So it was like, that's not a fast. It wasn't a fast. So yeah. Try the breathing. Hey, El Michelle, how are you doing? Because I don't know if you are in this 10-day fast. I know that Shaq, tonight at midnight, in about an hour and a half, you all will be finished. If you were in it. See, I'm getting bumps all over. And I don't want bumps. I want hey, Tony Johnson, how are you? I want my skin to stay just like this. That's why I want to stay in Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide. Because I believe that if I continue to eat right, I will continue to, have the skin, because I've never had skin like this. Like I might have told y'all, I think I might have had adult acne. Because, man. Plus I've got, hair that grows in certain places that cause, bumps and discoloration. And much of it is like, I'm telling you, my skin has never looked like this. So guys, guess what? It's 10:43. And I said at 10 o'clock I was getting off. I just cannot do an hour live. I don't know what it is. But I love talking to you all. That's what it is. I love talking with you all. Now, y'all join me tomorrow morning between 10 and noon Eastern time. We're going to be talking about I think I'm going to start with mycelium, just a little bit on it. And I want to go through some herbs. I'm going to do the green screen with some of the stuff that I'm doing, because I have not been posting. Me downloading a lot of these lives, trying to put them over on YouTube. And y'all go to YouTube and subscribe, because all my lives are being posted over there on YouTube. It's just that I downloaded maybe about 25 hours of video, because my lives have been about 5 hours each, So I've got to edit them and then put them up. But those that have been edited are up and ready, and they give lots of information. I think I might have even had the information of the different herbs that I used before for the chelation. Now I've got 3 additional herbs to it. And it's powerful, straight powerful. There were some things that I learned from the botany group that I work with about how our bodies can detox the Fauci algae. So I added some of that stuff to it. So, even though if you've already had the Fauci algae, and it's been a minute ago, it might, be in your system, but this stuff will also, and that's what makes this stuff so great as an additional, herb for this detox. But see, I can talk all day. Y'all, let me get off this phone. I'm going to talk to you all tomorrow between 10 and 12. So we'll talk about herbs, maybe mycelium, but y'all know I got to eat. Y'all know right around 10 and 12 noon is when I break my fast, and I got to eat. So y'all know I'm going to be cooking something. What? Because we just finished breaking our 20-day breaking of the fast, which meant we weren't supposed to be eating anything cooked. Now that I can, guess what? I got some cut up bell peppers, onions, tomatoes, squash. I can make a doggone good, and mushrooms, a doggone good chickpea scramble. I love those things. Those things are really good. If done right, I don't need to eat anything else until about, 6 o'clock. And that's from 12 o'clock. It is so filling and so, man. And that's why you don't want to really do chickpeas every day, because they can be very filling, possibly fattening. So, get your chickweed from me and we'll help monitor how much you eat. So, yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And tomorrow we're going to have a little fun. I'm going to play a few games to liven this thing up, because I understand when you talk about health and wellness, you got to make it interesting, because it can get a little dry. So yeah, we're gonna play a couple games. So I will see you all tomorrow. I love you all, and and I'm so thankful that you all are interested in becoming the creators and the authors of your health and wellness. So I'll see you guys in the morning.